M0FXB Yaesu FTX1. We've got the rear fan unit here, Sierra Charlie Foxtrot 1. Recommended if you're using FT8, about £35. Now it doesn't work with the battery connected because it connects where the battery is. So let's install it. So in the package, about 35 delivered. I got this from Martin Lynch. Let's just take this out, and of course, nice, good quality Yaesu stuff. That, you know, Yaesu do not make poor quality items. I've never known a poor quality Yaesu item ever. So anyway, so if you turn it around, you can see it just basically plugs in and gets its power from the, you know, where the battery plugs in. That's why you can't do both. Who knows, someone might think of a way, and it's just drawing that bit of heat from the back case and just clips in quite nicely. And yes, it does run permanently. So once you've connected this, and you will have your DC connection connected, because, you know, you've got no battery. It does come with instructions, but, you know, and ultimately you're just clipping it. You're clipping it to the radio. We'll leave them there, and just to show that we do read the instructions. So let's turn the radio around. Unclip the battery, so you get this right, you pull it towards you, the battery, and then just slide. Let's get this right. It's quite hard when it's under camera. Yeah, you pull it towards you, the tab up towards me actually, and then it just comes off. So that's say goodbye to your battery for now, 6,000 milliamp hour. It does take a while to charge. Now let's grab the fan, which you can see these lugs, and we're going to put it like so, and just all the way across. Okay, yeah, actually looks really cool. Let's turn this around, and we'll add some power. Just now, I've removed my bung. There is a bung where the power connects, but basically, just so you can see it, the power connector is going to go just here. It should reach around 12 volt or 13.8. And, you know, with when you're only running 6 watts, you'll probably be fine with 10 amps, but I use a 30 amp. Go like so. Let's turn the device on. So we're completely powered now by our power supply. We'll get an antenna on there to see if we can hear, you know, we just want to know if the fan can be heard. I can't hear anything at the moment. If that's running, that's a very quiet, it's almost like it is running, I can feel it. It's almost like a PC fan. So it's very, very mild. And let's get my HF antenna on there. Like so. I mean, the conditions are terrible, terrible. Now it's been doing this, you know, the conditions have been like this for me every day, but during the day, but then come about 6 o'clock, maybe earlier, it just comes to life. Let's do it back on dual band by pressing the DISP button. Like so, and then we'll go to the sub and hit the band. See if we can get my node. Just go hit the zeros. 0, enter. Hoping to get my node on FM. So you've got independent volume and squelch. So we just press here, there's my squelch, press again, there's my volume.
Echo 0 Whiskey Lima Yankee Mobile, listening through Hobnet UK.
RF gain there when you're on HF.
Mobile in the Black Country, over.
They are working fine. And remember, the antenna that's higher is HF. The one underneath that is your 2 meters and 70, and airband, which works really, really well. So yeah, I'm completely happy with that. Let's just turn it around and show you. And then I'm going to also show you the rear case as well that I've got. Well, I say rear, it's not really a rear case, it's just a case. It's a carriage. It's hard to describe the actual protective housing that we can also buy for this unit. So there you go. That's the fan. Looks very nice. Very, very happy with that. I'll probably use it in this configuration most of the time. If you're using FT8, then it completely makes sense if you're going to be doing a lot of FT8 to, as advised in the manual, to use this fan, the SC1F. Cool writing, actually looks very cool. So let's in the next one, let's install the housing. So we've got the rear fan running, sounds lovely, and it's quiet. It connects where the battery was disconnected from, that you can see in the background there. I've got the housing and I've got my GPS, the Thinkware one. I like this one because it has an extra cable. Now it's not from Yaesu, okay, but it works completely fine. That's the Thinkware. So let's add the housing. So just take the antenna off. Remember, the top antenna, as I said, is HF. The middle one is VHF, UHF. So the housing, if we go like this, and the housing comes, I'll just show you in the background. There's the housing. It does really make the radio feel actually a lot bigger. I mean, I actually think that's a good thing. It actually makes it bigger, and I'll show you in a minute, than the front of the 710 in width when you include the carry handle housing, which has got a nice Yaesu badge there. So you actually get 3 bolts with this. You get this quite chunky one here, which goes in the middle, which I don't really need to use unless I'm using a camera stand. And then you get these 2 small ones, which are the ones that you do need. Okay, and they're at each end, and the holes for them are the 2 outer ones there, and the thread is in the field unit, but be careful not to cross thread because the plastic made it, sort of pushed it slightly over. But anyway, so let's just move these bolts out. We're going to slide it straight in. No, we need to remove the power cable at the moment because it's blocking our way in. So just slide straight in like so, and then we're gonna see the way it fits nice, and the fan is connected, and then we're gonna turn this upside down like so, so you can see, and then from the top you'll see the bolt holes. You'll see them there, and here obviously the middle one is bigger and chunkier, and that particular bolt has got further thread for your camera mount. And I noticed a plate in the instructions as well, like a flat square plate. So let's get them in. That's the bolts on. Now you could put that one in the middle, but it's just going to stop it from sitting flat. You've got 2 rubber feet here, big handles there. There you go, and that is nice and solid. And yeah, they should have added, it wouldn't have been hard just to strengthen it a bit and then add a handle to carry. I mean, you can carry it no problem with this. Yes, you can access all your antennas, and I can plug in I showed you my antenna earlier. All the ports on the sides are accessible. You can see there, they're all accessible. No problem with accessing on both sides. You see there your SD card there, and that's just sort of Bluetooth module just sort of here. Just under there. And you can get to it. It's a little bit harder with the handle sticking out. Let me just plug in the GPS. It's actually a 2.5 jack in here. That's in. Like I said, it's the Thinkware one. The reason I like it is because it doesn't stick out. Because right now you'd have it, you'd have it sticking out. Now I feel like if I knock it, because if you didn't have the protective handles, easy knock it and snap off that 2.5 jack. Well, you can't really do that with this. Thinkware, and I'll put the link in the description. So that's the Yaesu Carriage, which is the SPG1. The fan, which I can hear, but as soon as I go a little bit louder.
I've got 4 pipes.
But if I go to 0, I can hear it, and it does run permanently. Just hear it like a PC fan.
And also,
as soon as you go up a little bit, you can't hear anything. And we've also got the GPS antenna, and when you get a lock, so you might get one in a minute, it takes a couple of minutes to get that lock, better when you're outside. Then all you do is hold down the F, go to forward until you see APRS list. When you see APRS list, hit GPS here, and when you get the satellites, they will all appear. Let's try again with the lock. Hold down F. It's not flashing anymore. APRS list, GPS, and in here, I'm surprised it's not showing any, because it was showing a lock, not flashing. It did earlier. Maybe it's just a bit too weak. APRS list, GPS. Come on, give us a list. I've got all the list there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.